Hello everyone, I'm Ep-23 Welcome back to Satisfactory. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. I always enjoy hanging out with you, so sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and let's get into some gaming. So we are in the process of making plastic. We have that back over at the oil refinery and the oil excavator driller thing that we're going to go to, so we can go see about that. We're going to need some plastic to be able to open up things in the milestone thing for the space station thing that we're making, so the space elevator. And we need to go see if we can go get some of the plastic. We just need to go see what we can do there. So let's go ahead and head over there and let's go see what we can do. Hopefully we'll have quite a bit of plastic, but we won't know for sure until we actually get over there. Boy, this thing sure does jump a lot. Holy moly. It's all fun and games until you end up in the water and drown or something. Man, I surely would like it, but it's kind of dangerous when you're near water, you know, and you end up crashing and or something like that. So we're going to go over there, we're going to check that out, we're going to go see what there is. Let's go see what we have, but first we have to get over to it, so I'm just going to go ahead and stop the tractor somewhere over here. We should probably also go see if we can take out that, you know, the giant hog or whatever it is that's over that way, right over there. You know, you know the one. So, yes, we just need to go see about him. And hopefully we can get him. Let's go into here. Let's go see. Cool. So it looks like we do have enough plastic. Let's just go and take out that 200 plastic. Looks like we actually have 100 on us. Cool. So we have 304 plastic on us. That's awesome. Now, what I'm thinking is, I'm wondering if we can make like some rubber or something. Let's go in here and let's go see about what we can do. So I don't want to make residual plastic because then we'll have to change things from in the driller. So I'd much rather go ahead and do this right here to where we can still make the coke. You know, the petroleum coke. Let's go ahead and switch that to rubber. Let's let that fill up, and hopefully it will here soon. Okay. Let's go see. All right, there we go. We got some rubber. We got some rubber. Cool. So now we have that. And that's awesome. Now, what we can do is also go over here. Okay, this thing is actually doing really good. It is keeping up with that, and we're producing a lot of power. Oops, not there. As you can see, the power is all the way up here, so the capacity is 515, and the max consumption is 624. So we do have a whopping lot of power. Let's go back. We need to drive around. Gotta go all the way around this contraption that we've built to go over to that where those hogs are, because there's that yellow thing that was over there, you know, the slug or whatever, the power slug. We need to doggone it. Boy howdy. If this thing didn't jump so much, it wouldn't be so bad, but man, every little bump sends it flying. So let's go see if we can get that yellow power slug. The power slug is right there. You can see it right in front of us. Ooh, look at that. There's that giant hog. Okay, let's go see if we can hit him. Cool. Now, what I want to do is take him out, and then we can go get the power slug and all of that stuff a little bit safer. Oh, I think I took him out. Yay! Alright, let's go get him. Or get his stuff. Whoa, whoa, buddy, I did not see you. I did not see you. Boy, we're flying a long ways backwards. Woo-wee! Holy moly, that was crazy. Hot dog, I did not see that guy. Alright, but we did get his remains, and I think there was another remains over here when I was driving around. There it is. Sweet, look at that. Alright, cool. So now we got some hog remains, and that's good, and let's... This just says crude oil. Let's go look at some of the other ones. I know there's more around here. We just saw them. Okay, this one says normal, so that means that we can actually put something on there. And let's go look at impure. Okay, and of course that one doesn't say anything. So if it's spraying up the air, apparently we can't do anything with it. Okay, this one... Oh, normal. Okay, there we go. This one says normal. I couldn't find it. I didn't know where it was. Now, where's that power slug? There we go. What does this one say? Ooh, is that one pure? Ooh, that one's pure. Nice. So we have another pure one. That's awesome. Whoops. Let's go get this power slug. Sweet. I don't think we have very many of those. Okay, that one's normal. And then that leads to that one. Okay, so they're all leading to that one, but they kind of have different properties, and that's cool. Even though it doesn't look like that pool, you know, that's pretty interesting. Okay, let's go look around here. We barely got on this island. We saw the power slug and that big hog, and we weren't able to take him out last time because we were just bouncing around too much, but I thought if I could take some time and do that, maybe that would help. Oh, look, there's a doggo right there. Or a lizard doggo, I guess. A lazo. Alright, let's go looking around. Lago, there we go. Lizard doggo. Let's go see. Whoa, baby! Boy, I do not want to go in that water. Well, it looks like there may be another one right there, but, I don't think we can get this one. You know that? Okay, doesn't look like we can, so I'm actually not going to worry too much about that one right now. And let's just go back over and let's go see. Well, let's go back home. Let's go put in the plastic and let's go see what else we need for the next thing, if I could drive. Boy, howdy, this thing is so jumpy, it's crazy. Alright, I'm going to get back home, and then we will see if we can figure out what we're doing with the plastic and what we can open up next. Alright, let's go see what we need in here to be able to build some of this stuff. So, let's go to logistics. Okay, that one takes rubber. We don't have that yet. We should by now. And there we go, there's that. Let's do the fluid packaging. Let's go gather up all of this stuff. And what I'm going to do is just go and put that in there, and then we'll gather the rest of that, and we'll put that stuff in there too. Just about to put the last of the stuff in. Let's just go and put that in. Sweet. Okay. Ooh,
Milestone reached. Avoid the embarrassment of placing liquids in your pockets only for them to spread across your suit. Package and unpackage them with the packager. Packaging fluids allows them to be transported in your inventory, on conveyor belts, and by vehicles. For increased, non-pocket related fluid storage, you can now use the industrial fluid buffer.
Okay, so it didn't show that last part, but we know about the industrial fluid buffer. Let's go take a look if we have that. I think that's under logistics or organization. Fluid buffer. We only have the regular fluid buffer. Okay, so we don't have the other one. Well, we should go and get the rubber, so that way we can do that, because we're going to need 200 rubber and 200 plastic to be able to do that. But first, I think we ought to go see if we can open this up. So I'm going to work on this. I'm going to go see about making the truck. Let me go select this milestone first. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in what I can, and we'll go get the rubber, and we'll see where we are at that point. Hopefully we'll have enough rubber to be able to do some more stuff. Okay, let's go over now, and let's go see if we can get the rubber, and we're going to have more plastic. Whoa, baby. Going to have more plastic also. Maybe what we can do is I can see, let's go see if we can set up another refinery, because we're going to have more plastic for things down the road anyway. Let's go to Q and let's go see what a refinery is going to take. We don't have any of those concrete beams, and we don't have enough pipes. We're going to need some more motors too. Well, let's go gather that stuff, and I guess what I can do is make that a thing to add to the to-do list. That way I know, then I can go gather that stuff as well. So I will be back, and then we'll head over, we'll get the rubber, and then we'll see about potentially making another refinery, and hopefully that will help. We just got over here to where the refinery is and stuff. So let's go first see about the rubber, and if we can get that. I really want a better way to try to get around here, because this thing is kind of difficult to get around, you know. We really need a better way to do this. So let me go see first. Alright, cool. We do have enough rubber. Let's take that 200 rubber. And I'm thinking maybe what we should do is, let's go ahead and take the plastic too. We'll take that out. We'll just have this one make rubber. And let's get over here and let's go see if we can have a refinery that can make just the plastic. So we're going to have... So it comes from this, and then it goes into here. So we're going to have a byproduct. So we might as well go ahead and make the plastic, and then we can make the coke also as well, because that's all this one is making. We can make more, but we're just going to make the coke. And maybe what we can do is set up 2 refineries and have one merge with this one, and then it can feed into here also. Or maybe we can have a container that we can set up. I wonder if we could set up a container. Maybe we could do it like that, and then that can feed into there too, and that might actually help. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this, but we'll look at this first. But let me go see about we'll look at this eventually. What I mean is, we're going to go see about putting in a splitter up here, if we can, and then we'll have that come around, and then we'll put in another refinery, and then we'll work our way from there and go see what we can do, and then we'll open up the trucks as well. First thing I'm going to need to do is put in a pipeline junction into here. It won't go anywhere else. We can put it, looks like we can put it also in there, but I'd much rather have it come here. That way, in case we need it to go somewhere else, we can. Okay, there's that. And then we'll switch to a pipeline after we get the refinery built. So let's go ahead and see about the refinery. And we want to have it facing like that, and we probably want to have it up over here on this side, I'm thinking. That way we can have, I don't know if that's gonna go, that pipe is actually gonna go through there, if we just need to wrap it around. Probably wrap it around. If we can make that pipeline go in here, we can make plastic in one, and then we can make petroleum coke as well with a byproduct, but we got to go figure out how we're going to do that. So first, let's put that guy there. So he is built, and then we can take the pipe, wrap that around there, And then we can have that come out with plastic. It's also going to have a byproduct because we're going to use this, and then we can make Coke that is going to come out here, go to this, and maybe what we can do is this. Let's go see about setting up a storage container, and let's set him up here so that he can also maybe feed into there as well, and then that should give plenty of Coke. We could always make a splitter or something, or a merger, and have it go into there, and I think that might actually work out pretty good. First, I have to make sure that this thing isn't going to be in the way of everything. Okay, I think I got things set up. This was a royal pain in my patookus. So, we have that splitter over here, and I got that. So that is set up right up here. I do have the pipe connected to it. The pipe runs around here. It goes to this refinery right here. This refinery is making plastic and the residual heavy oil residue. That heavy oil residue is coming into here, and that's going to be making petroleum coke. That petroleum coke is going to be coming out here and going into here, which is going to be feeding into this merger that's going to be feeding into here. So there will be lots and lots of petroleum coke, and we can always use that. We can always get it out if we need to. Not that big of a deal. There's a lot going in right now, and since it makes 12 at a time, that's good. And then all the plastic is being made in here, as you know, with the petroleum with the heavy oil going into there. That plastic is coming down here. It is going into this container. So what I have to do now is try to figure out how I'm gonna work the rubber from here to go over there, and if I can set up another container over here to have rubber or something, and then that way we can come over and get the rubber and that without having to fight everything. And it looks like that actually barely clears. It does barely clear. I don't think it's touching. It could be rubbing. It looks like it is, and it is. It's slightly clipping. But that's what I can do now, so that's going to have to be the way that it is. And if I take a line from here and then take it over this with those extenders, those tall things that are under the logistics, the stackable conveyor poles, then I can put it over this, and I can put it over these, and then I can set up a container over here that will have rubber. And then we can set up like a truck station or something to come pick up rubber and or plastic, or maybe a little bit of both, depending on how we wanted to do it. So that's done. This was a pain, because I kept on messing up, trying to figure out and scratching my head and trying to figure out how I was going to do this, and finally got it done. Okay, let's go back. Let's take this rubber that we have, and let's go back and let's go see what it takes to make the truck. So we're going to make a truck for sure. That's really what I want to do. That's one of the important things. And let's go back and see if we can make a truck. Let's do that over at the base. Let's not do that over here. I don't think we can anyway. I don't know if we have enough stuff. So I was also, on the way over, I was noticing that down at the very bottom in the middle, it has the speed. But with that speed, it also has how much fuel we have in the vehicle, which I did not know until recently. So I think that's actually very interesting that we have the speed along with the fuel, and that really helps out a lot. That gives us a way to know exactly what we have in our vehicle without having to always, get out and look or whatever and try to figure out what the heck we're doing and how we're doing, and etc, etc, etc. So that's going to be really good to help us figure out, how good we're doing. In the meantime, we're going to get back to the base, and then we'll see if we can build the truck, hopefully, and hopefully this will go well. Alright, let's go see about putting that in, and let's go see what else we need to make the truck. We already have everything else in there. Let's go ahead and get the rubber in now. Ta-da! We have the rubber in. Now we can get the truck open. Yay!
Milestone reached. The transportation of resources can reach new heights of efficiency. With the Mark IV belts and lifts, the truck, but even more importantly, your effort. Handling a large and complicated vehicle like the truck should come easy to a well-trained pioneer such as you. They are an obvious improvement over tractors concerning industrial purposes. Improvements for personal use were not measured.
Okay, so don't use them for personal use. We know we are on the job and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, now, I don't know how they're going to be. I have no idea how big they are or anything else. So let's go see if we can go build ourselves a truck. And what I have seen is that they are pretty big, but I don't know. I've never built one. So let's go see. Let's go to Q and let's go to transport. There is the truck right there. Oh, we need 50 more rubber. Darn. Okay. Let's go back. Let's get the rubber. Let's go fill up our thing first. Make sure that's good. And let's go see how everything else is doing. And then we'll just, I guess, you know what we might do? We might actually just hoof it over there. You know that? Let's go over there and we'll just hoof it. We'll go get the rubber. And then we will go build the truck over there. I don't think that's going to hurt anything, and maybe we'll be able to drive a vehicle back. Huh? How do you like that? So we walk all the way over there, and then we drive a vehicle back, or so I hope. So there's one of these guys here, the big ones. I did not even know that thing was there. Holy moly, that's crazy. I don't know what else is around here. I was just running over here and I happened to see that big dude and I was like, wait a minute. I've seen those before. That was one of the big ones too. That wasn't the easy ones. Oh, look. Caterium. Let's go ahead and get this Caterium. We can always get more Caterium. That is a good thing to get. Sweet. Alright. Cool. So, I think from what I saw when we were looking through things that we needed some rubber and plastic for the next level also. So let's go see about gathering up a little bit of that. We'll worry about getting, you know, the rubber pipe to the other side or conveyor to the other side. We'll worry about that a little bit later. Let's just go ahead and make sure that we can get what we need. We'll take 400 rubber. How's that? Oh shoot, we're full. Holy moly. Yeah, we do got a lot of stuff. We're gonna have to see about what we need here. We need 50 rubber, so we do have enough for that. What else do we have here that we just really don't need? Well, I guess we can always eat some of those, huh? Get rid of some of those, and then we should be doing okay. And then we can get those guys. Holy moly, how much do we have? That's nuts. We have a lot. Okay, let's take those 3. Let's put those on there. There we go. Now we have a slot. Yay! Okay, good. That's going to help, and maybe we can actually get this guy here too, and maybe even the other one. So let's go see about busting him up, and then we will get the plastic, and we'll see what else we can get. Oh, boy, holy moly. That guy did a lot of damage, you know that? Okay, let's go ahead and do this one too. We might as well. It isn't going to hurt. And then we have him as well. Okay, there we go. I think we did pretty good. We didn't die. So that's good. Alright, so we got those guys taken care of. There's some more stuff over there, but I'm not going to get too terribly worried about it. This guy should be doing pretty good. He is keeping full, and we have a lot of power. So, maximum consumption 684, capacity 515. Ooh, look at that. That thing's at 46%. Holy moly, that's crazy. That's awesome. So that means that it is doing what I wanted it to do, and that's great. Okay, let's just go ahead. Let's take let's split that. We'll take the 100, and then we will take that as well. So that way we have more than enough. And now let's go ahead and go to Q, and let's go see about building a truck if we can. We should be able to. Okay, this guy's big. Which way's the front? That looks like the front. Okay, well, let's go see if we can build a truck, huh? Cool, so now we have a truck, and now we have a big vehicle. Holy moly, that thing's huge. Look at this thing, it's enormous. Yikes. It's cool looking, I do gotta say. It is pretty awesome looking. Okay, we can't go anywhere, obviously, because we don't have any fuel in it or anything, and I don't think we have any fuel. Oh, look, no, I guess we do have 36 of the petroleum coke. But let's go see, excuse me, if there's any more petroleum coke in here that we can take out. Let's take out that 200. We'll put that in the truck, and then we should have, hopefully, enough. So let's just go and put that in. Oh, cool, look, it's took the whole 200. That's nuts. We'll take any more? Nope, it will not. Okay, so it takes 200. That's awesome. Petroleum coke. All right. So we have the truck. That is awesome. That thing is big, and it is big. Now, let's do that, and let's take this stuff back. We should still have enough plastic, or so I hope, and we should have enough rubber. Let's just go ahead and make sure. Looks like everything is good. Right. Well, let's go give this guy a test. Oh, what the heck? When I'm steering, look at that. The back and front wheels turn. That's crazy. Alright, well, let's go see how well this guy does. This thing is a little swirly. Looks like he actually does a, wow, whole 90 kilometers an hour. Holy moly. This thing, the tractor does 69, so this thing is doing about 20 some odd more. That's crazy. And this thing is also quite a bit bigger, so maybe it'll take out some enemies a lot easier, huh? Oh, that was big air. Holy moly, that was big air. That was nuts. Oh, this thing is crazy. Whee! Holy moly, that was nuts. That was fun. Alright, so we have our truck, and we're going to go back to the base, and we're going to see if we can open up one of the other last things for the last section that we're on. Hopefully we'll be able to. Oh, wow, as I'm coming around the corner, holy moly, look at that. Look how big this thing is comparing it to the tractor. That's nuts. Let me get the tractor moved out of the way first, or at least over to the side. Holy moly, I mean, this thing seems pretty big. And he is kind of big, I guess. Let's back him straight up. And let's put him right over here. Alright, now let's go get the truck and let's go see if we can... I wonder. With the tractor out of the way, let's go see if we can get the truck through here. I'm not too sure the truck is going to fit. Nope, truck won't fit. So we're not going to be able to make a second truck do any of the hauling of anything. That's rather unfortunate, but I guess that does happen. Wow, this thing's big. Holy moly, just look at that size difference between these two. That's nuts. This thing is enormous. Well, I think they said something about how many slots it had, and it had like, let's go look. I was gonna look in there, but we might as well just look in here. Okay, this thing has a lot of slots. And this thing, not very many slots by comparison. Okay. Now, let's open up the petroleum power so we have this one done. We should have everything, most everything that we need. We can get the rest of it. Let's put in the plastic. Let's put in the rubber. We're going to need 100 of these. Let's go ahead and put in 100 of those, and now we need 100 motors. I'm going to grab some more of the encased industrial beams, and then we'll put those motors in as well. All right, let's go ahead and put in these motors now. Sweet. Awesome.
Milestone reached. It is my honor and privilege to inform you that the fuel-powered generator, as well as the industrial fluid buffer, are now available. Due to a lack of gold in your sector, Caterium will be required to construct the fuel-powered generator. Additional research and development relating to this new material can be done in the MAM.
Okay, tell you what, let's go. I don't know if we have actually done anything that's not the name in here as far as that stuff goes. Let's go see Caterium. We have not made, have we made quick wire? I don't think we made quick wire. So we need to make Caterium ingots, and then we can make quick wire, and then we can make zip line. Wow, okay, research parent node to access. And stun rebar. Okay, that's interesting. We don't know what that is. Now, the mycelia, I know. Oh, fabric. Okay, well, that's interesting. I don't know. I don't think we've done a whole lot of this stuff. We've definitely got to figure this stuff out. Nutrients. Let's... Okay, we can put that in there. And there we go. Okay, let's start the research. There we go. That's better. Alright, analysis complete.
This fruit, dubbed the paleberry due to its tendency to stay light in color even when ripe, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Okay. So, if we were to take this and we were to, I guess, we have all three things in there. And if we were to put in a little bit more, we could open up the a little bit copper, then we can open up whatever's in there. Okay, that's cool. So we need to put in different power slugs. That much I don't know. I have no idea about that thing at all. We're gonna have to figure that part out. I have no clue. And then quartz, we can put all that kind of stuff in, and we can really start figuring some things out, and that would be awesome. So I guess we're gonna have to figure this stuff out as we go. But we did get this, and now we should also be able to make in the production, or the power, I guess it is, fuel power generator. So we do need 50 quick wire to be able to make that. And I think that we can make that in the constructor. Let's go look in a constructor. That's the awesome sink. I want to go see one of these constructors. And let's just go look at the recipes and go see. Okay, so there's all that. Oh, quick wire. There we go. Okay. So it is a Caterium that we can do. Alright, that's cool. So we do... Oh, hey, look at that. Empty canisters. We did see something about the canisters, so there is that. So, okay, cool. Plastic to make the empty canisters. So we're definitely going to have a constructor to make the canisters so that we can make fuel, so that we can make, you know, a whole bunch of other things. That's cool. Okay, now I know. Now this is starting to come together a little bit better. In any case, this is Satisfactory. We now have a tractor. We also have a truck, and what a monstrous truck. And this thing is ginormous, and I think that's actually pretty awesome. This thing is so big. Hopefully we'll be able to get a lot of stuff in here, and we can grab like a bunch of coal and stuff and put it in here, and then we don't have to worry about the tractor. And maybe we can actually empty out this little tractor here, and we can have him go and get some of the plastic or something like that and bring that back, or even begin, you know, moving it around from place to place as we get stuff done. And hopefully we'll be able to do some fuel and different things like that if we can figure that stuff out, which I'm pretty sure that we can, and then we can move on from there and make some even better stuff. And let's do one more thing before we end this. Let's go back into excuse me, here. Let's go into these things, and oh, manufacturer. Holy moly, that thing's big. Holy moly, look at all those ports. Okay, so I'm figuring that we're going to have to use that to make the next thing. And we need no, not a lot of stuff. That's actually pretty easy. Monorail technology, that's pretty easy. We can get all of that really easy. So maybe we can work on that and make the monorails and everything. And I don't know exactly. Freight car, freight train, railway, train station. Okay, cool. Railway signaling. Okay. And then railway signaling. We're going to need this stuff, which is more advanced. So we have to make that. And pipeline engineering. This is great. Heavy modular frame. I'd never seen that. We're going to have to look that up that too. And then, of course, another blueprint Mark II. And that's going to take a lot more stuff. So we'll be able to do these two at least pretty easy. And then this is where it starts getting more complicated. Because we're going to have to probably do this to make more things. Okay, we'll work on that soon. We'll get that done, and hopefully we will be able to move along pretty good. And this place is turning into a wreck. There's just so many things going everywhere, but I'm sure we'll figure this out, and we will be able to get more stuff going here really, really soon. You have a great day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.